My good buddy over at Banana Ballistics sent me some 50 BMG to try to figure out if they were real or not after one of his recent videos where the results were subpar. So he sent us the one on the left here with our little rolled cantilure here. Now there's been a bunch of variants of 50 BMG over the year, but typically any of the M2 armor piercing that I see has this machined cantilure like that. One other notable mention is the paint applied to the tip. You see the one on the right is more of a uniform gloss-like paint, and that almost looks like spray paint. As far as bullet weight goes, our questionable M2 armor piercing is 696 grains. Then the known legit one is 694. So now the only way to know is actually, let's cut these apart and check our core. We pulled our cores out of our subjects, and the one on the top is the questionable one, and I think the answer is that is our Dominican Heavy Ball, the yellow tip stuff that has very, very questionable quality assurance on it, and that you probably shouldn't shoot. I'm going to guess maybe the reloader got some in and thought it was M2AP and painted the tips on it, or maybe they took the yellow paint off. Hard to say. We won't place the blame there, but you can see how easily that core has been marred up by either vice grips or my vice, or maybe even being pulled. You can see some pull marks there, and that's likely not hardened, versus this core right here, which is the M2AP, and you can see that that thing, even after sticking the vice and trying to grind on it, it doesn't have any marks in it at all. So we're scanning our penetrator off the questionable M2AP with this fancy PMI gun. Looks like we're 99.28% iron and 0.714% manganese. So it looks like with our known M2AP, we have 98.91% iron, 0.718% manganese, and 0.905% moly. Our known M2AP, 63.3 HRC, very, very hard. As suspected, our unknown M2AP is not really M2AP. Hardness is coming in at 11.6 HRC, so it's the very low end. That's more of a B scale, actually. So after all that testing, we can conclude our projectile on the left is a faked M2 armor piercing, and is very, very likely some of that yellow tip Dominican Heavy Ball that's been on the market for quite some time that you really shouldn't use. Hardness on this is really soft compared to our legit M2AP. So if you're looking at picking up M2AP and 50 BMG, definitely vet your sources, and or if anything, ensure that that cantilure on the bullet is machined and not a roll cantilure.